62.
That was the miss, just cued across it slightly.
$68.
And that was the very difficult pot into the middle. Oh!
Ronnie O'Sullivan,
He's
68.
missed a sitter with his left hand. Okay. It's going to be very difficult. The difference is 56. But that red would have definitely finished this opening frame.
The other thing it does, Dennis, of course, is give Mark Selby a chance just to get more acclimatised to the conditions in the table and knock a few balls round. Even if he doesn't manage to win the frame, he's getting a little bit of practice, which at the start of the match can be very important.
8.
I think he possibly just eased up the fact that he knew Mark needed a snooker, but I've seen frames won from this position on many an occasion. Had to get a high valued colours going towards the corner pocket. This could be the end of frame.
9.
Black must go in.
$16.
2 4-point snookers required at the moment. Green's out of commission, but the yellow and brown are pretty well placed. Black's the other good ball. Blue and pink not easy to get snookers behind.
Mark Selby, 16.
Is a snooker. If he comes off the side cushion, got to be careful he doesn't go in off the red, depending on the contact he makes with it. You always want the colour close to a cushion, you know, about 12 inches away from the cushion makes it easier to attempt the snookers.
Had a look to see if that would cut in the middle pocket, decided it wouldn't, so hit the safety shot.
Ronnie will be a bit reluctant to bring the green into play. He'll want to keep it on the cushion. He could play the red onto the green and back up behind the black, but he doesn't want to move the green too far. And he hasn't. A double kiss has kept the green safe.
Yes, clever little shot that, Dennis, wasn't it? Knew full well he was going to get the double kiss on it and kept it on the ball cushion.
You can see that movement in Mark Selby's head there. It's just a mannerism he has. And he may have found the gap here. He might be able to pot this red. To play it with a touch aside. Now that's put the brown in a much better position for the possibility of getting in behind. Well, he's looked to see if he could cut it past the brown, but it's far too thin. Might be able to get close to a snooker here.
Yes, I think he's got a pretty good angle just to play the red up and down the table. I think he'll miss the green and drop the white in behind the brown. Just having a look there, Mark Selby, just to see if the green was in the way. And of course, then he's had a choice. He could play a screw shot and and get behind the brown, but it looks pretty much like if he does a plain ball, he could get up behind the brown. Well, I played the little drag shot, which is another alternative.
It's pretty straightforward to get out of this. There's not enough room to go around the back of the red. He's come off the back cushion here. It would be very unlucky to go around the back of that red, so it's an easy escape. If the red had been slightly further away from the cushion, could quite easily have sneaked around the back of it. This is where you sit in your seat as far as Ronnie's concerned, and you're thinking, I should have just rolled that red in and we'd be halfway through the second frame. Absolutely.
You're thinking to yourself, you know, you don't get paid for overtime, and you've given yourself some in the opening frame, but got to concentrate on every shot. As you quite rightly said, Dennis, frames have been won from this position before.
Of course, the other thing that it does, you've got yourself into stroke, you've made the 68 break, you're very fluent. Now you've got to play quite a bit of tactical play, so just for that few minutes you lose your rhythm. You've got to start all over again. That's a smile there.
Certainly wasn't how he played it. Just be careful here with your cueing, Ronnie. Make sure you don't touch the green or anything silly like that.
Just going back to after making a 68 break, then having to play quite a few safety shots. That's the difference between the great players, isn't it, John? They're able to do that. They can knock in a frame-winning break, and then they can have quite a long tactical battle as soon as they get the chance to produce the goods again.
Is he trying to stick on this and send the red up the table? That was always the problem. The red coming back and hitting the black. So this should be end of the first frame. Drop this one in. I'm sure there'll be a concession from Mark Selby.
1.
He won't bother about missing the pink.
Frame.
Mark Selby stays in his seat. It's been a good start for the 3 times Masters champion. That earlier break of 68 paved the way for him, and he leads 1-0.